I do not translate well between reading the back and trying to flip them over and upside down and backwards. It's like doing crown molding for some reason. Hello, my amazing YouTube family. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And if you are new, thank you for checking me out. So I just thought I would sit down and film a little bit of a collective haul. I got a few items, not too many, at the Boxycharm pop-up sale, and then I had placed an order online for some items at Ulta that were deeply discounted that I really needed, and then I had gone into Ulta just to check out their sale section, which I kind of try to do on a regular basis. Sometimes I walk out empty-handed, sometimes I walk out with a jackpot. But they also had a little free gift beach bag, which I was able to pick up as well. So I figured let's start with the popular items. I wanted a lot more, but as I said, I've been minding my dollars at the moment, so I had to make a few difficult choices. Yeah, like they're life-changing, altering choices. Now, it's just makeup. But I got a couple of things that I like, and one I'm really not sure about, and I'm wearing it, and I'll tell you about it. So the first thing I saw was from my Tagalongs. Now, I had just gotten this in maybe my FabFitFun mystery bag, and I knew what it was, and then I saw that they had this one deeply discounted. Of course, I can't open the gosh darn thing. And it was fuzzy. And you know how I feel about fuzzy things. But it is the hair tool, storing, traveling bag, whatever. I don't use mine for traveling, but I sure as heck do use them for storing them. Because you know how, like, when you have several of the hair tool items, the wires get everywhere and it looks like just hair tools exploded in your space. Well, at least that's my situation. And again, my eyes are watering because I just choked on my coffee, for goodness sakes. Anyway, it is a neoprene case, so that it means it's going to be heat protective. It's fuzzy on the outside, and they do have cute little tools and a couple of bobby pins. This is embossed into the fuzzy fabric. These are great. It keeps them neat. It keeps them organized. I would like to find more, but you know I don't want to pay full price, so I'm hoping that they will have them again as an option in one of the sales somewhere amongst all of the description boxes and things that I pick up. So this was a great find for me. Okay, these next two things I was very curious about. This is from Moxie Lash. I'm pretty sure that I've heard of them. But these are cotton swabs, but they're pre-moistened with olive and castor oil. So I think these are going to be fabulous for a couple of things. Oh, and you do get quite a bit. They're all individually packaged, which is really, really nice, so they won't dry out. You are getting a 30 count, which is a generous size. Now it says they are great for removing magnetic liner, which I will tell you it can be a little difficult to remove. I don't wear lashes often. I always want to, and then I'm like, do I want to go through the hassle, and then I'm not going anywhere, so is it really worth it? The desire is there, the wherewithal is not. So I think that makes them great, but also sometimes I just have a hard time getting my regular mascara off, or eyeliner that, you know, is really durable, regular eyeliner, and it stayed there. So I thought that these would be fabulous. I bought 2 boxes and they were not very expensive. I'm going to try to put up the price that I paid versus the retail price for you, because for the most part, although it is changing, most of the items in the Boxycharm pop-up sales are very, very deeply discounted. Sometimes just as much as, say, TJ Maxx or Marshalls. But I say it's changed a little bit because I've noticed that certain items are kind of jacked up and really a decent savings, but not like that phenomenal savings that I think we've all become accustomed to. I did see this on sale, and I hadn't picked it up at the last sales, even though Sephora had them on sale, Ciate London had them on sale. But when I saw it for such an inexpensive price, I was like, all right, I have to get it. I still really want the eyeshadow palette, but it is only sold, I believe, in the UK, or at least overseas. What am I speaking about, might you ask? It's the Miss Piggy collection, but this is the face palette. I didn't think I really wanted this because it had cream products, but I'm really trying to get into cream products. I'm not going out and buying all of the blushes and trying all the different brands. I have a few here and there that I'm giving a go, and that I'm trying to give some love to. But oh, the packaging. This is slightly domed, by the way, ever so slightly. It is her picture, Little Miss Piggy, but it's underneath like a clear acrylic or plastic cover. when you open her up, that's really, really pretty. The colors are deep, but I still think that I can make them work. It just says cream face palette, so you can use them anywhere you want. But don't they almost look like powders? The names are on the back, but I do not translate well between reading the back and trying to flip them over and upside down and backwards. It's like doing crown molding for some reason. I do crown molding well, but I don't do this well. You think that they would correlate. Wow, that was a tangent. Anyway, let me just swatch them. Oh, they have a beautiful cream texture, but they look like powders. Okay, interestingly enough, they didn't swatch thoroughly well. They almost feel silicone-y on my hand, if that makes any sense. It really wasn't what I was expecting. So this is the bronzer, this is that bright orange blush. They actually don't look as pigmented as one might expect when looking at the palette. Now that could be a really good thing, or it could be a bad thing who is expecting that color payoff and not getting it. I won't be able to tell until I get it on my face, but it said the texture, and my hands feel like dry now. It has a dimethicone slippy texture to it. It's very interesting. I honestly don't remember the reviews on it. Nobody gave this collection a very big thing. I happen to like it because it was significant to me. Let me see what happens if I like blend these out on my hand. I just mix them. See, they blend so smoothly and beautifully. They have a little bit of glow, but again, it's not that intense pigmentation that one might expect from it. I did get some Morphe brushes. I thought these were eye brushes. Sometimes you can't tell, and with the Boxycharm site, it's not like you can add them to your cart and the item's safe as FabFitFun. FabFitFun, yeah, why couldn't I say that? Does. Once you add an item to FabFitFun, it's kind of safe, so you can actually think about it. With the Boxycharm sales, you have to add it and purchase it. So I thought these were eye brushes. This one is it's long. Let's figure out what it is, shall we? This is the M500. I don't know. It's very springy. I don't know why it's so long. I think this might have been like the under eye powder sweep brush, and it actually would work very well for that because it has a little bit of density and stiffness that it's not going to fluff the powder but yet wipe it away. Very soft. I like it. Okay, I was able to find my order in my email, so I can actually give you the prices. The two Moxie lash things, these were $3 each, I think. Okay, this is called the M554, and this is actually considered the under eye setting brush. Okay, this one's nice. It's a little dense, but it still has some flexibility, and it's, again, very, very soft. Yeah, I can see setting my eyes with that. I normally set my eyes with the Powder Puff, but maybe I'll start switching it up. You never know. This is the M461, also $3 of course, and they say that this is the Duo Jumbo Crease. Now, again, that sounds like an eye brush to me. I don't see how I could use this on my crease. I mean, maybe to blend. The Duo Fiber brushes, it has the density at the bottom, and then it has very light and airy bristles up top. I sometimes find these difficult to use because of the way they deposit the color. I'm going to try it, but again, that just... Shush, my goodness, if my phone doesn't shut up, I'm going to throw it across the room.
Well, that was aggressive.
Anyway, I'll give it a shot and see how I like it. I'm just disappointed a little bit because I thought they were different brushes, you know? Now, I did get 3 palettes. I know.
I know.
We can discuss it at a later time. I'm also hoping to be able to film my second part of my palette collection, which actually has quite a few additional items added to it as of late, but they had Pinky Rose Cosmetics. I'd never tried it, but I'd heard of it. They had a ton of palettes. I did buy 3 things. Just 3. I wanted more. Just bought 3. Now the palettes were $5. $5 a piece. I said, well, it's kind of a price that I can't refuse, and I believe, hold on, what was my order? I think it was under $100. My order was only $70. Now, I said that wrong. $70 is a lot of money, but if you're thinking about the products that I got, comparatively, $70 is not a lot of money. Plus, I had a $5 discount, so even though there was shipping, it kind of negated the shipping, so my total was still only $77. I gotta play that number. Anyway, let me be quiet and get into the items. The first palette I have here is from Sunflower. Now, have you guys A, heard of this brand, and B, have you tried it? I'm very curious. This one's on my eyes today. It's the first time I've used it, and I've only used a couple of shadows, so I cannot, without a doubt, give you my final opinion. It has a decent mirror. I can say that I'm not thoroughly happy with my look. I feel like I struggled a little bit. It could have been a couple of things. It could be the color story on my eyes, or it could be a multitude of factors. So here is the palette. It looks beautiful. It looks just as beautiful in person as it did on the website. It has a big transition color, which I think is a great idea because, at least for me, that's the color that I will go through the most, and I appreciate that they have that. They also have two other colors that you can use as transitions as well, even a third. Now, I will say that here's a swatch of that mane. I mean, that's really pigmented. The mattes went on quite beautifully. I did struggle with the shimmers. Using a brush, and I tried two different flat shadow brushes, the intensity of, say, the Pat McGrath with a brush and you put it on and it goes on beautifully, that wasn't there for me in either of the shimmers that I tried. So this one and this one here, which is Thirsty and Fly Girl, they didn't apply opaquely with a brush. And when I used my finger, it's not necessarily a creamy formula, so they were a bit dry and crumbly when I went to put them on my lid. I think I got a decent look here, but they didn't blend out well. I kind of wanted to bring out that deepness of this blue. They feel creamy in the pan, almost. And okay, on here it blended well. But the way it transitioned on my eyes, now if I hadn't tried it and I just swatched it, I would have been like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. But for me, it didn't translate on the eyes that way. This one also feels creamy. This one is a little bit chunky. But when I used my finger on my eye, I guess because I wasn't smoothing it out with my finger, it just didn't apply the way I wanted it to. This green is a stunning green. Now this one feels a little bit drier, but it swatched well. Obviously, I have to play with the palette again. I want to do different color stories and see whether it's just these two that didn't work for me or it's all of them. Now, they performed much, much better when I wet my brush and I went into it, which is not something that I always want to have to do. I don't want to have to do an extra step in order to get something to work. But as I said, when I used the wet brush, they went on well. But as far as blending it out, I really did struggle, at least in this part over here. So my final thought about it is going to have to wait until I play with it some more. But I really did love the outside of the packaging, and I can say that they translated the color story inside to everything that is on the outside. It's very cohesive, and that is definitely something that I like and appreciate. Okay, so the next thing I got, again, it was really hard because they had some beautiful color stories. This is a different shaped palette, and this one is the Exotic Peacock. I haven't even looked at this one on the inside yet. Wow, okay, now I remember. Look at how beautiful that one is. Purples and blues and greens. This could be a lot of fun. It appears at first look to be predominantly mattes with some coordinating shimmers, which I can truly appreciate. And this one is called Peacock. I love that they have their names on the shadows or on the palette itself. So, you know, that is beautiful. It's a little light on the swatch, but again, I don't necessarily mind that. Let me try this purple, which is called Tease. Ooh, that's pretty. This matte here is called Dreams, and it's extremely soft. Slightly powdery. It's like a blue purple, isn't it? It kind of goes beautifully with my shirt, I think. This color Risque is like a chartreuse matte. It looks quite similar in effect on the hand as it did to the transition shade in that Sunflower palette. This one is called Wings. Now that had a much thicker texture, a little bit more grip to it, if that makes any sense. I'm going to be very excited to play with it. Obviously it's a colorful palette, and for me, I always appreciate some type of base, and it does have this orangey base here called Honey, and that's what I like to build off of. I don't always like going in straight up with color. Sometimes I do, but it's almost like I want to have options about how intense I go. And with a nice neutral base, I think it's like the decision is left up to me how far I want to go with it. And the last one that I got, this one is called Luscious Plum. Purples, you know, purples. Hello, purples. How many times can I say purples? It is the same layout as the other palette with the large transition shade, and this one has a taupey purpley undertone, which looks beautiful. That one was not powdery, and it looks like it's going to be buildable and very blendable. I liked this one. It called to me because of these two brighter colors. One is a pink and it's called Dream, and this one here is an orangey and it's called Sweet. Okay, we'll have to see how those work. They swatched pretty okay. As you can see, they're a little bit patchy and they have a little bit of falloutiness. And they will stain because they just stained my fingers after 2 seconds. It has like a chocolatey purple, which I think is going to be beautiful. That's really nice. And let me try a couple of the shimmers. It is 3 shimmers in a diagonal this way, and they are all, okay, this one feels very much like a topper on first touch, and yet it swatches like a regular shimmer, so that's interesting. Interesting texture. I'll be curious to see how that performs on the eyes. This one here is Fierce. This also feels like a topper. Interesting. That's a beautiful, beautiful color. I'm going to enjoy that one on my lid most definitely. And this one's called Throne. That had some substance to it and swatched beautifully. I am so excited to try these. As I've mentioned over and over again, I sound like a broken record, but I like trying new brands. Eyeshadow palettes are most definitely my kryptonite, I think. There are many other products that I enjoy, but it's something about the palettes. How do you guys feel? So that was my Boxycharm pop-up order. Oh boy, I'm telling you, they get me every time. So now let's get into my Ulta order. Again, I had ordered some things that were deeply discounted through the website, and then I went in store and I had found a few things. So the first thing I needed was another tanning mitt, and this one was from Irvington. It's their deluxe applicator mitt. This one is velvety soft. It has a liner inside of it so that the product will not seep through, because that has happened to some of mine occasionally. You have to throw them out eventually because they don't apply things very well. This applied fairly well, the velvet texture that is, but I found that I had to keep rubbing the product in. So I guess I have to try using it some more. I had picked up the Super Dark Moroccan Mine Tan, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Didn't make my legs super dark. It was kind of almost noticeable, but not noticeable. So again, I think it might be something that I have to play around with and see how the application goes. I definitely can't do my arms. I tried doing my arms, and what it does, even though I tried putting some cream to take it off, it like highlights all of the scars on my arms, like whereas a regular tan is going to kind of disguise them. But I gotta keep playing with it. I did get this in store on sale. It said $21, but it was 50% off of that. So this is the sales sticker. Stale, it's not a stale sticker. I don't know how old it is. It turned out to be $11 for Nioxin. That is an amazing price tag. And it says the 3D Intense Density Defend for color hair. Nioxin is supposed to help with some hair growth and, you know, healthy scalp and healthy hair. And I put this in my hair after I shampooed it, and it did add some height and some thickness to, you know, this part of my head. I didn't use it the last 2 times because it was sitting in this bag, which is why I wanted to film everything. You know, I just want to get them away. But I'm excited to maybe find something that might help a little bit with my hair. We shall see. These were just randomly sitting on the sale shelf. They were not on sale, but it is $10, and they are the Mega Fresh Care Down There cleansing cloths. We can all use these things. I haven't even opened the bag, so I don't know what size they are. Oh, okay, they're cute and tiny. They can fit you in your purse. That is awesome. And you're getting 18 of them for $10. I don't think that's too bad. I only really got some of the tanning stuff because I wanted the free bag. I forgot how much you had to spend in order to get the bags, so that's why I did that. But they had this beachside bonfire. Now behind me here, I have the... Ooh, wait. Okay, it's the same one. Beachside bonfire. But is that one an Ulta, or is that one a Bath & Body Works? I don't know. This one doesn't have a super strong scent. Okay, I'm going to have to burn it and see how, you know, strong the throw is on it. But I definitely like this scent. That one smells a little bit stronger. They're $20, and I don't think they're worth $20. But, you know, these are the things that I ordered online because they were on sale. They had all of the Beauty Blender cleansers at half price, and these are very expensive. This is the InstaClean for in between your colors. You can either use the, what is it called? Color switch. Wow, Leann. Sometimes I do that, but sometimes the color doesn't come off enough. So I happen to like using one of these quick dry cleaners on a tissue. I'm using an e.l.f. one right now, but I am not liking it very, very much. I do like this. I have had it. They also had the solid cleanser, and they had the, it was open. I am so glad that nothing came out. Holy smokes, that would have been bad. And this is the liquid. I just love these. There's something to them for cleaning my brushes. I also saw these. They were not on sale, unfortunately, but I absolutely adore these. These are the nail polish remover pads. I don't trust myself with liquids. And these are quick and easy to use. Usually one will take off most of my polish unless it's glitter, but sometimes you may need two. You are getting 10 individual pads, and I think this was maybe $8 or a little bit more. So it's a little bit pricey, but you know, when something works and you're confident in it, and even if it's not on sale, you want to get it, that's these things. Now they did have these. Now I love my Dashing Diva nails. Those are my absolute favorite. I don't have anything on my nails because I've been too lazy, but this is the collaboration. It's called WandaVision. I know that's something big. Can somebody please tell me what the heck WandaVision is? Because I don't watch TV really, so I am completely out of the loop on everything. But you're getting quite a bit in here, which is why I was happy to pick it up for $7.99. Getting 3 sets, which I think is great. A beautiful pink, which you know I may put these on because I really like the color. It looks like you're just getting like a shimmery, creamy color. You can use it as an accent, or if you just want to use them by themselves. And then you're getting a black with some sparkly tips. So for $7.99 to get 3 sets of them, I don't think you can beat that price. So I'm glad I picked those up. The other stuff I got in store, I got another little hand sanitizer. It just happened to be part of the deal of having to spend the money to get this. That's why I bought it, and I thought it might smell nice. Let's see what it does smell like. It's from Sunbum. It kind of smells like suntan lotion, which is a nice scent to be able to clean your hands with. So I picked this up. It was probably like $8, I think. I'm really not sure. So my friends, that is it. Thank you so much for sharing in my haul. I love sharing all of the products that I get with you and hearing your opinions on them. Whether you disagree or agree, that's okay. Let me know if you guys picked up anything in the Boxycharm sale. But I love you guys so very much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. You guys really mean the absolute world to me, and I appreciate every single one of you. If you are new and you want to subscribe and you watch the whole video and you think you might like me, click that little bell. You might like it. But I hope that everyone, no matter what part of the world you're in or around, is having an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing week coming up. I will see you really soon. And yeah, love you guys. Toodles.